This is the Wilmington Standard Daily Update for Wednesday, January 7th, 2026. On the CBS News show Face the Nation, Democrat Representative Jim Hines of Connecticut stated that the capture of Venezuelan Nicolás Maduro was, quote, clearly illegal under international law, end quote. He was joined in that sentiment by former leader of the House Nancy Pelosi, Senator Chuck Schumer, and other top Democrats. China, Russia, and Iran all agree with them. Yet the reality is there is no such thing as international law because there is no way to enforce any such law. As Ben Shapiro from the Daily Wire put it, international law is defined as schoolyard politics. The strong will do what they want, and the weak will do what they can. Countries will always do what they think is in their own best interests. If they are strong, such as the United States, China, or Russia, no amount of hand-wringing from the international community will change a thing. Right now, for example, China is rounding up members of Early Rain Covenant Presbyterian Church, stating that they are enemies of the state and a danger to the Chinese government. International law forbids this, but China will do what it wants. Iran is in the middle of a nationwide upheaval, and the government is striking back against the protesters, again in violation of international accords. Russia invaded Ukraine, breaking United Nations agreements, and has thus far thumbed its nose at the rest of the world. All of these countries are members of the UN. China and Russia have permanent seats on the Security Council, but it does not matter. International law, or rather international sentiment, is only enforceable when a strong country, like the United States, acts unilaterally, or a coalition of governments joins forces to address a wrong or a threat that impacts all nations involved. China does not invade Taiwan because it is against international law. It holds back because they know they will probably face the military and economic wrath of the U.S. and her allies. The upheavals in Ukraine and Iran will be addressed, but only in terms of the interests of the countries that oppose these actions. The United States can and must continue to decide who will be our neighbors here in our own hemisphere, as well as determine and deter or even destroy those from around the globe who threaten our self-interests. No one else will determine those interests except for us. That is not international law. It is the reality of international schoolyard politics. For the Wilmington Standard, I'm Rule Sample. Thanks for listening.